welcome to Winners Wednesday. I finally managed to get you guys on after months of persuasion. Why did you not want to come on the Winners Wednesday so bad?
So, not that I didn't want to, or we didn't want to, but because we wanted to be 100% sure that we are financially free from knowing you.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't want to add up our existing properties prior to knowing you.
Okay.
So we wanted to make sure that from knowing you, going forward, that we are financially free from then on, from crash program on. From the crash going course? Forward, yeah.
And are you?
Yeah, we're financially free.
Enzo?
Of course!
You are! High five! We got there. So basically you just wanted time to see the money coming in the bank each month.
Yeah.
To make sure that it was completely certain.
Yeah.
I know how much you guys, Nigerian culture as well, from your background, your family, you like to say it exactly as it is, complete integrity. So get that. When we first met at the crash course, what happened?
What happened?
Like, from what we learned from the crash course, we just ran with it. And we actually signed up for Academy on that day, same day. And so when we met on a one-to-one, literally 2 weeks after, isn't it? We secured our first essay, following what you taught us.
Yeah.
It would have been 1 week afterwards, but then when I had a look at the building didn't allow our essay. So unfortunately that fell through.
Yeah.
But then I think I was on open rent and I was like, I need to secure this deal. And I was so pumped off your crash course. I literally implemented what I learned from your crash course.
Even though you were exhausted when you got to the crash course. You arrived at the crash course and you were on the front row asleep. Like sleep deprived. I stopped the whole event. I went, hold on folks. I walked down, came up, put my hands on your knees and said, hello.
Yes, but you know what you did not know? She arrived from abroad that very morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where from?
From Nigeria.
So you came from Nigeria, came straight to the crash course, that's where you were sleeping?
Yeah.
And at the time I remember thinking, this person will never be financially free.
Is it?
No way.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's because you didn't know her mom then.
Yeah, I didn't know mom.
Is.
No, but sleeping at the crash, how can you sleep in the crash course? But I didn't know you'd come from Nigeria.
She was tired.
Tired, yeah.
I literally picked her up from the airport straight there.
Yeah. So you quit your job 2 weeks.
No, she quit her job even before the crash course.
Even before?
Yeah.
What? How?
Well, because I just said, if I don't give 100, anything I do in life, I don't cut corners. I give it 110%. That is me. And I knew that in order for me to make it, I have to give in 100 and 1,000,000% into it. So I didn't see myself like I'm going to be working and doing it. I didn't think I would have done it properly.
Yeah.
I would have given it, because property, as you well know, it requires a lot of your time.
It does, but that's very risky. Like,
it was risky.
I personally would never advise that.
Yeah, I know.
Jenna, tell me a bit about the background, because when we had our one-on-one, I know there were 6 people, we were chatting, I was getting to know you guys on a personal level after you joined the academy, and you told me a little bit about the backstory and the reason behind, and it was quite an emotional time. I mean, I was almost in tears, you were emotional, you know, and your love for your mom really came out, and how hard she's worked and stuff like that. So give me a little bit of background to your life before getting into property.
So my life before getting into property, I wouldn't say it was any different from now. I would say this, that my mum's not working as hard as she used to, because my mum, she's a nurse, so she was breaking her back trying to provide us with the lifestyle that we currently have. So now after like we've secured our deals, secured our properties, she's got more time on her hands. Mum, how's her back?
I mean, I literally used to take some sort of analgesia literally every night.
Yeah.
Pain relieving tablet.
What, because your back was in so much pain?
Yeah.
And that was a result, Jenna, you thought of being a nurse, constant having to bend down.
Yeah.
And how did that make you feel? Because you were like broken.
Yeah, I was down, like seeing my mum in pain. Like, nobody wants to see their mum in pain.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was heartbreaking, but look, she's smiling now, she's healthier now.
And do you think that's as a result of the hard work that you've put into property?
Absolutely. The hard work
Without
has
a
definitely
doubt.
paid off.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
So if you don't mind me asking, how much income are you now making from property as a result of my training?
Okay, as a result of your training, you want to go for it?
We're making right now, as a result of your training, almost £10,000 a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive. And is that better than you thought? Same as you thought?
Do you know, I so much believed in
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
because you are so motivational, and everything you said, I never doubted it.
Yeah.
I just said, like, she will tell you, so is her sister. My motto, my family motto is anything anybody can do, so
Do it.
can you, so
Yes,
can me.
yes.
That is my motto in life. Another one is never ever say, I can't do it. Don't ever give up. You need to try. It's going to be tough, but you need to keep trying
Yeah.
because you will succeed. So those are the two things that I've given to my girls in life. Don't give up. Keep trying.
Yeah.
It's incredible what you've done in such a short space of time.
I know.
And you know what? It's so funny because it's difficult sometimes for people like me to be able to tell the difference between people that are dreamers and people that actually are doers. And I remember when we first met, you know, at the crash course and stuff like that. And I remember Auntie Ense saying to me, I'm going to do this and I'm going to go on the training and I'm going to put the work in. But I hear that all the time, you know, and I never know for 100%. I try and believe in everybody, but seeing just in the last, how many months ago did you, was that 6 months?
6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
Seeing 6 months and now you've got just show what, 9,000, 9,500?
It's almost
10,000.
just a
If you
few
want to round it, it's like 10,000.
Ten.
Yeah.
Like 9,700?
Yeah. Pretty much.
more.
More?
More.
Okay, so like 10,000
yeah.
10,000 minus £100 or whatever.
Okay.
But whatever it is. But making that much money a month, and is that actually what, that's hitting the bank, it's coming in?
Yeah, that's what's coming in.
Profit?
Yeah, because we have HMOs, we have lease options, and rent to rent.
That's so good.
And in my own house, following everything you taught us,
Yeah.
and knowing so much with the being in academy, with all the trainings going on. So I went and converted put an extension next to me, and that is renting us. That's like single let.
Yeah.
And that is milking us about 800 a month.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
incredible. So what do you think the key differences are to people that are successful and people that aren't successful? What's the differences?
I would say the first thing is surrounding yourself with other people that are successful. I don't know any successful person that's hanging around with losers, and I'm not a loser, so why would I want to chill with
Amen.
losers? Exactly. So definitely surrounding yourself with other people that are successful.
Yeah.
And also education, like invest in yourself, definitely. Like when people ask me, oh, how did you do this? How do I, like I was recently talking to one of my friends, it's like, how did you start your own company at such a young age? Like, I want to start my own. I said, literally, you need to invest in yourself, go for the training. If you don't educate yourself, it's not going to work out.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How old
for
are you, Jenna?
I'm 22 now.
22.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, I mean, what's it like? Do you ever feel like you have to pinch yourself because 8 months ago, 7 months ago, whatever it was, working as a nurse, long hours, breaking your back, now making £10,000 a month in property, living a much better life. Do you ever feel like pinching yourself?
We are, because not just what we're making, but within the very short space of time. I mean, if I made it in a year, then I would say, oh wow. But making it in 6 months, yes, we are we're really saying this is not happening. So
Yeah.
it makes you want to go more and go more. And
Do
we
you
are going
think the
more.
reason that you didn't want to come on Winners Wednesday was because like after 3 months when you were making loads of money, I was like, oh wow, come on Winners Wednesday.
Yeah.
Do you think it was you were thinking, I can't quite believe it yet. It needs to sink in.
I wasn't even thinking about that. What I was thinking about was, in my mind, it needs to be from knowing you.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be. So when now we were making that, my biggest problem was camera. I'm a very, it might sound, huh? Are you for real? I'm a very reserved woman when it comes to all this social media thing.
Yeah.
I'm not in your era.
Yeah.
So I'd rather stay at the background and kill it without anybody knowing.
Yes.
That's me.
Yeah.
So when you say camera, I said, oh no, camera? Oh no, I don't know. So that was my biggest challenge.
And what changed? Why did you agree to come
Eviction.
on? Yeah. Because you were on the eviction. What changed?
Being on eviction is, you're all surrounded with cameras and all that.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so now that I've put myself as far as that, what is Winners on Wednesday?
Yeah.
I need to go and tell other people, especially single mothers out there who are struggling, like I did when they were younger. Don't rely on anything, state benefit, because I knew a few that are doing on state benefit. Go and don't rely on it. Go and do something. You'll be surprised. I've actually told people in my neighborhood, come and speak to me. I'm happy to help.
Yeah.
Help you with anything. Recommendations, give them my name, give them the name of my company.
Yeah.
Just to help someone.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
How about you, Jenna? What's the kind of journey been like, and what have been the key lessons in the last 6 months?
I feel in the beginning it was really hard because I had a lot of no's.
A lot of no's.
I had a lot of no's.
We did.
Like,
Yeah.
We
oh
did.
my gosh, a ton, and the rudeness. But I don't let that get you down.
What? So when you were trying to get deals,
Yeah.
the agents and the landlords and vendors
Yeah.
were saying no, they were being rude to you.
Yeah, like really rude.
Especially her, because she's young. So
Yeah.
they don't take her seriously.
Yeah.
So but when I'm there, the attitude changes.
Yeah.
But when she's there alone, because I don't know, because of they see that she's young, so
Yeah.
they're like, probably, where have you got the money from to do deals with us, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But when we are together, everybody's happy to sit down and talk.
So you found Jenna going out. You were getting a lot of rejection.
Yeah.
I had a lot.
How
of
about now?
rejection.
Do you still get rejection, or do you think your confidence has grown, or what's happened?
Well, since all those no's, I didn't let that get me down. A lot of people would, but I used that energy, and I did not give up. I called up any landlord that I saw on Gumtree, Openman. I called them up, and then until one of them, which was our first R2R SA deal, she called me up and she asked me questions.
Yeah.
She grilled me.
She did.
I was like, cool. What do you want to know? And I
Yeah.
answered every single one of them. And then she got back to my mum. She was like, who's that lady that I just spoke to? Mum's like, oh, that's my youngest daughter. She was like, wow, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
she's very good.
I know I grilled her, but she answered every single one of my questions perfectly. And I think I would tell to anyone, don't let the no's get you down, literally, because you're going to get a lot of no's in the beginning. But now, I'm not getting any no's.
Why do you think you're not getting any no's now when you used to get so many?
Probably because of our reputation, because we've got a lot of proof to back ourselves up. In the beginning, we didn't really have much.
Yes.
So now we can leverage off of look, this is what we've done, this is what we can do to your property.
Love that.
Yeah.
And also as well, the fact that this lady said Jenna knows what she's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
When you know what you're talking about, I think confidence comes with knowledge.
Absolutely.
Because if you just having a go for it and you don't know what to say, you don't know the scripts, how can you be confident?
Absolutely. Very well said, Samuel, because in all honesty, our very first rent-to-rent essay, she found it, not me.
Yeah.
I was out there pursuing leads. And when I came back, she said, Mom, I think we're going to secure our first rent. I said, what happened? So she told me what she's just said.
That's fantastic.
And the landlady rang us back because she said, we rang her back because she said, the landlady said, when I come back, she should call her back. So when she called her back, she said, I'm really sorry. I did grill your daughter, but she is good.
Good stuff.
So I'm very happy to hand over my house.
Yeah, fantastic.
And another thing I want to say, because we agreed as family, we are three, Jenevieve, her senior sister, and myself. So she's like me, she doesn't like all this, publicity. She stays in the background and she does everything. She runs everything. So now what happened there was the landlady called. We called the landlady back and she said, yes, she's happy to give us our property. And now, so what we did now, when it went live, we sent her the picture of the apartment, how we turned her apartment around.
Yeah.
She was shocked.
She didn't even think it was her apartment.
She rang me to say, are you sure this is my apartment? I know it's my apartment. I can see the kitchen. I can see. That's just about, I don't believe it.
What, because of the way you furnished it and dressed it, it just looked at a completely different place?
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah. And then what is happening now, she actually rang us to say she's got another property.
Oh, okay.
So the ones we're working on now, she rang us.
Yeah.
Yes. Where's your HMO?
HMO is in Hertfordshire.
And what about your lease option agreement?
They're all in Hertfordshire.
So all your properties are in Hertfordshire?
Apart from SA.
Why did you choose Hertfordshire?
Because the proximity can help with, because we're seeing what we went through with our SA in Birmingham. So there was a lot of starting off, there was a lot of running around. So now it's settled, it's okay now, but initially there was a lot of running around, and so we just decided we're not going to do, maybe we will go, I mean like right now, we're looking at a 10-bedroom property in Derby.
Yeah.
So now that we know more of what we're doing and everything, we don't mind expanding.
Yeah.
But initially when we were,
it made sense to keep your patch close to home.
Exactly.
You know the area.
Exactly.
It's close to drive to.
So,
what about the lease option agreement then? How did that come about?
Well, we saw the lead in a newspaper, in estate agent's shop window in our local area.
Yeah.
So I went in and inquired, and they said landlord will show you round. So
were they advertising just a normal sale?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Said landlord will show you round. So booked viewing. We went. Landlord showed us round. So when we finished, he didn't look a very healthy man, and he didn't look very happy. So I said, "Are you okay?" And he was almost in tears when I said, "Are you okay?" That's all that I said. And he said, "Sit down." He actually invited me to sit down. I went alone. So I sat down, and he told me, he said he wouldn't have thought in this stage in his life that he would be going through divorce. So he just wants to sell the house and, just move on, because he doesn't want to live in the house because it's bringing too many bad memories for him.
Yeah.
So when he said that, I'm sympathizing with the situation, but at the same time, I said, this is my opportunity to negotiate for lease option. So I said to him, I'm very sorry to hear that. So, but you know that you don't need to sell. You don't really need to sell here. You don't need to sell the house, and you don't need to live here if you don't want to. If you're not going to live here, where are you going to live? He said he's got other properties in London and where his family is, nearer to his family. I said, so that's why you want to sell? He said, yes. I said, how about if I were to tell you the amount you want to sell, come in 5 years' time, I'll give you more. And right now, I will take your property, manage it for you, put tenant in, that will be giving you money every month, come in 5 years' time, I'll add more money for what you're going to buy now. And he looked at me. He said, no, you can't do that. I said, yes, I can do it. I said, you know what? I don't want you to tell anything. Do me one favor. Let this be between you and I, no agent. And I'm not going to charge you no fees. You pay agent fees, don't you? He said, yes. I said, I'm not paying you no fees. Free of charge. Get tenant in, spruce up the house. If you're willing to meet with me, do 1 or 2 things, leave the rest with me. I said, this is my number. Speak with your family and get back to me. That was it.
Pretty much to the T of what we teach at the DFE.
Thanks to you. Because I never ever knew prior to meeting you, all that I knew was buy to let, which is what we did.
Yeah.
Only buy to let.
How many buy to lets did you have before you met me?
We had 3.
3 buy to lets.
Yeah.
And how much money were you making profit from property?
Then we were making about 2.5.
2.5 grand.
Yeah.
So you were making decent money already.
Yeah.
But obviously you've got a family to provide for.
Yeah.
You've got how many kids?
2. I've got 2 girls, but they're like 10 because
expensive.
The taste.
So your living expenses were what about? Was they about 5,000 a month?
Yeah.
I remember you telling me. So you were getting a couple grand from your properties.
Yeah.
A couple grand from your
work. Yeah.
About 5 grand in total.
Yeah.
Which was just enough to make ends meet.
Yeah.
Living in Hertfordshire, it's not a cheap place.
No.
So, but now you've learned you don't need lump sums. People think you need 50 grand to buy a house. You don't.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
So this lease option agreement then that you got, this isn't your only lease option. You've also got another lease option. Did you say?
2.
You've got 2 lease options.
Yeah.
So this one, what are the kind of figures? How much are you buying it for, and how much will you be making a month on it?
So he was going for 105.
Yeah.
And I told him I will give you 115.
In how long?
In 5 years.
In 5 years. In
Yeah.
which point it will be worth way more.
Of course.
And where is it?
Do I mention the place?
You can do. Yeah. You just give me the area.
Okay. Potter's Bar.
A Potter's Bar.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. But it was a run-down property.
Okay.
A really run-down.
So how much are you having to spend on it?
We spent about 8,000.
8,000 doing it up. So you've already lifted the value.
Oh yeah.
And how much are you renting it out for?
525.
525.
Because we're doing it. We added the conservatory. We made it dining kitchen.
And how much profit are you making on that a month?
Ooh, good. 25 times 3.
How much?
525 times 3.
That's your profit?
No, 525 is the rent.
Yeah.
Per month.
Yeah.
So what we're paying the landlord is 650.
So how
so
much?
525.
Yeah.
Times 3 minus 650.
Okay, is your profit?
That's what we're making in that property.
Okay.
In the 2 of them.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
great. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So you're in the green.
Yeah, of course I am.
You're always in the green.
You have to be, otherwise it wouldn't be worth you doing it.
Yeah, great. What's been your biggest achievement, Jenna?
That's a good question. Probably because when my mum's focusing on, I'm just focusing on the SA side of things.
Yeah.
So
not lease options and HMOs.
Not yet.
Yes.
Not yet. Because that was the main strategy that I wanted to go. Because that was the main strategy that I did most of the research on.
Yeah.
So that was my target. So I'd say my biggest achievement to date was securing all the SAs that we have currently.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, definitely.
She's the SA queen.
When I tell people that, I run my own property management company, they're like, what?
They don't believe it.
Yeah, and I like that surprise. I like that surprise element. So yeah, definitely that.
And she's been sending a lot of her friends to you.
Yeah, I really appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
Because you know what? The thing is, this often happens. I'm doing what I'm doing because I'm on a mission to try and help people have a better life.
Definitely.
And you guys know that because you've worked really closely with me.
Yeah.
Of course, we have to charge for the advanced training.
Yeah, but it's worth it. It pays for itself.
Absolutely.
To be honest.
Otherwise, it would be a charity. And also, here's the thing: if you teach people for free, they
won't take
value
you
it.
seriously.
They don't value it.
That is
so,
very
so
true.
I'll teach people free to a point.
Yeah.
And then if the people want serious mentoring and coaching and
Yeah.
stuff like that, then they have to pay
Absolutely.
for it. But the great thing is when I see my students, like you guys, becoming financially free, making 10 grand a month, and then on a mission and want to have a rippling effect and are bringing people to the crash course
Oh, yeah.
and coming on this show, because the real reason you're on the show is because you want to inspire people.
Oh, without a doubt.
Show
because-
other single moms
Indeed,
what's possible.
Indeed, and single dads too.
Yeah.
Single, because there are quite respectable single dads
Yeah.
doing amazing work, just like we women are doing.
Yeah.
So it is to encourage everybody that regardless of what your situation might be now,
Yeah.
please, please, please keep pushing. Don't give up.
Yeah.
Keep pushing. Come on the crash course. Somewhere Leeds.
But here's the
It's free. 2 days.
It is. And here's the thing, right? Most people, the government, the education system, they want people to be poor.
I know.
They really do. And people say about, they're skeptical of me. I want people to be rich.
Absolutely.
That's my agenda. I want to be rich too.
Of course.
You are
And
rich.
I am rich. I want other people to be rich.
Indeed.
That's my motivation. Yet people think, oh, is it a scam? No. I'll tell you what's a scam. Having a job where you have a bad back.
Yeah.
Working until you're 65 and then retiring broke with not enough money to live.
And then come back.
Coming
'Cause
back to
if
work.
Other colleagues of mine, so old, honestly, I'm not, God is listening, so old they cannot even walk. They are actually bending. And some of the patients are actually laughing at them at like, they're coming to look after us. That who is the patient?
Yeah.
That insult.
And it's sad.
It's very sad.
And they shouldn't. Life shouldn't be like that.
No.
So that's a scam.
Absolutely, it is.
It's a scam.
I agree. And I just said, no way. Absolutely not.
Going to university and paying £40,000 to study art, to then get a job at McDonald's.
Yeah.
That's a scam.
Absolutely.
Like,
And then you have that loan to pay back.
yeah, from your McDonald's
From
money.
your McDonald's, exactly. Who is a scammer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then people
I
are
agree.
What would you say to the skeptics? Because there's a lot of them. You know, people will think that there'll be people watching this.
Yeah.
They hear your story. They think, oh, it's not true. They won't believe it.
Please, someone never ever paid us or bet us or bullied us into doing this. I'm a Christian. This is real. This is real, folks. Come to Samuel Crash Course. Please. That is where it all started.
Yeah.
That is my lifestyle, not mine. I couldn't care less about mine. But seeing my girls' lifestyle, it just makes me so thankful to God and smile.
Yeah.
So I want everybody to be like that.
Yeah.
Crash course, free, wherever it's happening.
You're going to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say to all like the people that are skeptical, because I'm not going to lie, I was a bit skeptical as well, because people would tell me, oh, it's a scam, oh, did they just rob your money, just take your money, just want to get rich, blah, 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 blah. I would say just come along for yourself, because if I hadn't come along, I'd be where they are, sitting on the couch saying, oh, it's a scam, blah, 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 blah. So just like come along and then go from there. If
Yeah.
you still think it's a scam, then that's your business, but I came along thinking it was a scam, and look at me now. I'm
Absolutely,
£10,000
she's
a
being
month.
very honest because
Yeah.
when I said she should come, she said, "Oh, Mom, please, you're not going to, Mommy, please, I don't want you going to spend your money. These things are not true." I said, "So do you want your mom to go alone?" And when I said that, she said, "No." I said, "Oh, Mom, I'll just come and support you, but please, don't part with your money. Mommy, these people are scammers." Yeah.
And people think that because we've been brainwashed that if something sounds too good to be true, then it is.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you think like that, if something sounds too good to be true, then it is, then nothing good will ever come your way.
That is
because
true.
if it does come true, whether it be a good relationship,
Yeah.
True.
you're going to sabotage it.
Yeah.
Because of your little voice saying if it sounds
Yeah.
too good to be true, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. And someone, can I just say something, please? I need to be honest in everything that we do. Like in our first essay, our very first guest, a husband and wife, they actually came spend Christmas with us in our essay, and then they left, and then they forgot £200 cash in £10 notes. They went having Christmas drink and what have you, and that escaped. They forgot that they had left money in the next room that they did not use. They only used it to put their clothing. So when they were leaving, they just put on their clothing and left £200 underneath a lampshade. So as we, even though the room was not used, us being us, we were cleaning everywhere regardless.
Yeah.
So as I shook off thing and lifted the lampshade to clean, there was money falling down the floor. And I'm like, this is their money. They are our first guests, no doubt. So we called them up. This is, I think 2 weeks after they checked out, we called them up and said, you did forget money? And he said, no, we didn't. I said, yes, we did. And when he said, okay, when my wife comes back, I'll ask her to call you. Cut the long story short, she called us and we told her, she said, oh my God. Yes, when they came back, she took out money. I said, how much was it? She said, a lot of money, I didn't count, but in £10 note. I said, okay, that's your money. And left it there. And she thought that as the husband put back her trouser, that he had taken the money.
Yeah.
He didn't. So, and I said, okay, this is your money. This, let us know, send us your bank details and we'll send it through. And they have sent so many people to us as a result of that.
Wow.
He said, a lot of people would not do that. I said, no, we're running a very honest business.
Yeah.
So everybody coming to us, be rest assured that if you left your PIN in there, you'll get back your PIN. They were so impressed. They went on booking.com and gave us such a beautiful review.
It's a great story because I think that when you reap what you sow.
Yeah.
And if you cut corners, or if you try and, if you give someone a product, whether it be a room or whatever, and don't deliver, it will always come back.
Yeah,
Indeed.
for sure.
And that's what my philosophy, the same as yours with your apartments: under promise, over deliver. Always be honest, ethical, and it will always come back.
Absolutely. And for everybody watching this, your show, and something else I want to put out there, unless you are prepared to work hard, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It is hard work. Don't allow anybody to tell you otherwise. So long as you out there are prepared to put in hard work, this is your show.
Absolutely.
And you've got to work smart as well, not just hard, like.
Yeah.
Because you can put in all the hard work, but if you're not working like
logically, absolutely. And we give people the tools and teach them what to do and what to say.
Yeah.
But people, you got to do it.
Yeah.
You know,
implementation is
the crash course and all the training. It's not a magic wand.
No,
for sure.
It's here's what to do. Here's what to say. Let's do it.
Yeah.
But you've got to work for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you have a lot of money to invest when you started in this business with me?
We had
honestly,
we had a decent amount.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, which helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, of course,
we had over 30
I can't
grand.
remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, to turn 30,000 into 10,000 a month.
Yeah.
Is very, very impressive.
Yeah.
Some of your deals you've used some money. There have been others where you haven't had to use money.
Yeah. No. You know, like even our second apartment we secured because we had a long-term, long booking.
If you were starting all over again from scratch, with no money, do you think you could achieve financial freedom?
Now, yes,
sure,
because we know. I mean, knowledge is power.
Yeah.
With the knowledge you've impacted us with, without a doubt.
If you were starting all over again from scratch on the Financial Freedom Challenge, you've done lease option agreements, HMOs, rent to rents. What would be your first strategy? What would you go and do?
For me, probably HMOs.
Really?
Yeah, because that brings in nice steady income every month.
Without a doubt.
But if you had no money, how would you do it?
Lease option.
Lease option.
A lease option.
Yeah.
So your strategy, if you're starting all over again from scratch, will be a
Straight
lease option,
straight up.
HMO,
Straight up.
bang.
But even with the money that we had to start up with, we just made a vow to ourselves that we're not going to source any property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't source no property. All our properties are direct from landlord.
Oh, you mean you're not going to pay people to buy?
Yeah.
No,
I'm
yeah.
so glad
We
you
did-
chose
we
that.
sell our
Yeah.
deals.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't
Why
choose
did
to
you decide to do that?
Because
We didn't want to pay
it
anyone.
didn't make sense to me
Yeah.
at all. Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather use that money and do
Sure.
up my essay beautifully
Yeah.
than paying somebody money and then no, it
Yeah.
just did not make sense to us.
I agree. Because firstly, you don't learn.
Exactly.
Secondly, you get people second-hand deals.
Yeah. No.
And thirdly, it often ends in disaster.
I know. We've heard so many horror stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're better off to invest in the education
Indeed.
and do it yourself.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And that's why from the word go, I said to my girls, we are not sourcing. However long it takes, we're not sourcing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not
So-
paying sources.
Yeah.
As in paying
Yeah.
a sourcer.
Yeah.
No.
And you've not done that, you've done them all yourself.
None of our properties.
Yeah.
None.
What would be the greatest piece of advice you would say to someone that was trying to go out and start from scratch?
Make sure you're compliant.
Yeah?
That would be like the first. That's the
Yeah,
first.
because
that
that's
comes
what
to
we
mind,
did.
Yeah.
We were, even before we secured the first one, we were fully compliant with everything before
Yeah.
we even secured our first property.
But then, I mean, when I did the Financial Freedom Challenge, I started out compliant with a bank and all,
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I agree, it's the first thing for sure. But the thing is, even if you're compliant,
Yeah.
if you've got all the kit, but you don't know how to do it,
Go and learn. Go and get the
Education,
knowledge, the
yeah.
education.
Yeah.
I think the first thing I would say is invest in yourself first, like we did. That's what
Yeah.
we did, because even though we knew all that we knew was single late, we
Yeah.
didn't know nothing else.
Yeah.
All this option HMO, I'm like, H what? We learned it from you teaching us.
yeah.
And without us investing in ourselves through you being our mentor, there is no way. Some people might read books, YouTube, and do it. Everybody is different. There is no way I would have read books or YouTube and go and do it.
Yeah.
No way. And even if I were to go and get education, if I did not get education from a mentor like you, who is so passionate, who is so motivational, who is so rich with knowledge and impacted us with that knowledge, we would not do it.
Yeah.
So that, the fire that you gave us after the crash program,
Sure.
my
Yeah.
family, I phoned up my family, my sister in America said, sister, slow down a bit. I said, no, there's no slowing down.
Yeah.
You fire us up so much. That
Did you think at the crash course that you'd be sat here like this having a conversation?
No, we didn't even know what is winners on Wednesday.
Yeah.
We didn't know that. We didn't hear that at all.
I often tell people that the reason I do training, it's my mission, it's a business, but one of the reasons is because making it alone is boring.
Yeah.
And a lot of my friends come from the academy and from the
Yeah.
crash course.
Yeah.
And I become friends with them. And I'm really honoured to be able to call you guys friends.
Look, Samuel, we are so honored. I mean, who are we? Who are we really? We are so honored for you to invite us to your beautiful home. Are you kidding me? Samuel Leeds in his house. We're so honored. This is massive to us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
And we're going to have dinner now.
Yeah.
Wow,
And
really?
you're going to get to hang out, chat to the family and stuff. I know you've invited me to your church.
Absolutely, I'm still waiting.
I will come. But I really appreciate your friendship. And Jenna
appreciate
and
yours.
Say, you're both amazing people.
Thank you so
you.
much.
I don't think I could think of people more deserving of success.
Thank you.
And I'm just truly honoured to be
Thank
your
you.
mentor and your friend.
Oh,
So thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you. When I go to property show, I always say Samuel Leeds is my first love. It doesn't matter who other trainers I get. There is no other like Samuel Leeds.
Thank you so
So
much.
thank you.
God bless you guys.
You too.
Awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you learned a lot and were inspired. And you know what? you've got to put the work in. It's got to burn. But if it burns and you're prepared to put the work in, I'd love to work with you at the Property Investors Crash Course. There's a link below. 2 days on the house from me, where you'll be learning the skills like Ense and Jenna did as well. So see you next time. God bless you, and thank you so much for watching.